The peak moving season is upon us. In fact, according to Move.com, almost 70% of US moves occurs between May and September. And while the percentage of Americans who move each year has declined, the desire to relocate remains strong. In fact, Architectural Digest recently declared Americans are restless after a survey found that 55% of adults are moving, plan to move, or want to move. In 2024, the top reasons include increased affordability, desire for safety, and closer proximity to work, family, and friends. If you're one of those millions of Americans yearning for a change, this guide is for you. We understand moving can feel overwhelming and is notoriously stressful. Here's we outline 6 steps to make your move easier. Our hope is to alleviate some of the hassle of relocating so you can focus on the venture ahead. When planning a relocation, one of the first things you need to decide is where you want to live. This could be as broad as area or town, or you might narrow it down to a specific neighborhood. Depending on your priority, you may want to start with communities that are close to work, friends, families, and your preferred schools. If you commute, map out the route and check on the availability of public transportation if you plan to use it. Then, if possible, try out the commute during rush hour to see what it's like. Next, it's crucial to consider housing prices and cost of living so you don't set your sights on an area that you can't realistically afford. Don't forget to look up local crime statistics to ensure the community is safe. Finally, visit any neighborhood you're considering to gauge the vibe and observe the characteristics like pedestrian accessibility, retail offerings, and population density. Researching the ins and outs of various communities can be a time-consuming and sometimes difficult process, but this step is important and is worthwhile. Once you have chosen an area to settle, the next decision you need to make is whether you want to rent or buy a home. Renting can be a good option if you're new to town, especially if you're still saving up for a down payment or if you're not ready to commit to a permanent location. Benefits include flexibility, less maintenance, and lower upfront costs. But if you want to avoid multiple moves and you're financially able, then there's no reason to delay the benefit of buying a home. Not only has homeownership been shown to increase your quality of life, but it's also one of the best ways to protect and grow your wealth. The value of real estate will typically appreciate over time, and owners can build equity as they pay down their mortgage. Homeowners can also receive federal income tax deduction for mortgage interest and property taxes. But perhaps most importantly, homeownership offers stability. Property owners aren't subject to the mercy of the landlords each year. According to statistics, average U.S. rental prices have risen more than 42% in the past 10 years. In contrast, a fixed mortgage payment doesn't rise at all. If you already own a home, you also need to start the process of either selling it or renting it out. In many cases, you can use the equity in your current home to make a down payment on your next one. But selling your home while simultaneously buying a new one can feel daunting to even the most seasoned homeowner. Here are some of the most frequent concerns people have and how to address them. First, what will I do if I sell my house before I buy a new one? Well, you can check out furnished apartments, vacation rentals, and month-to-month lease. You may even find that a short-term rental arrangement can offer you an opportunity to get to know your neighborhood better. Then, what if I get stuck with 2 mortgages at the same time? Well, you can consider building in contingency in your purchase contracts. For example, it's possible to add a contingency to your purchase offer that can let you cancel the contract if you haven't sold your previous home. Certainly, there are pros and cons of these types of tactics and what's realistically given the current market dynamic. My name is Derek Hunt, your go-to real estate advisor in the East Bay Area. If you like the content, please smash the like button and click subscribe for more future content. The fourth step is to plan your departure. Preparing for a move can be both exhilarating and exhausting. Here are some tips to help you plan your departure. If you have children, we typically advise that you start by sharing news about the move in an age-appropriate way. If possible, take them out on a tour of your new home and neighborhood. This can alleviate some of the mystery and apprehension around the move. Don't forget to contact their current and future school as well to arrange a transfer of an enrollment. Next, you want to start packing. To maintain order and make unpacking easier, we recommend packing one room at a time. Clearly label each box with its contents and the room it belongs to. And remember, there's no use to take extra item with you. Use this opportunity to purge or donate possession that you no longer need. If you'll be using a moving company, start researching and pricing your options. Make sure you're working with a reputable service and try to avoid paying a large deposit before your belongings are delivered. Once you have a moving day schedule, you should arrange to have your utilities turned off or, if possible, transfer it to a new homeowner's name. Finally, if you'll be leaving friends and family behind, schedule get-togethers before your departure. The last day before moving can be incredibly hectic, so make sure you block off time in advance for proper goodbyes. Parting with a home and community you love can be hard, so try to stay focused on the exciting opportunities ahead. While it's tempting to get wrapped up in the departure details, don't forget to plan ahead for your arrival at your new home. To make your transition go smoothly, you should start preparing well before moving day. Here are a few pro tips to help you get started. First, think about the utility that will need to be turned on, especially essentials like water, electricity, and gas. Be sure to notify any relevant parties like banks, credit cards, subscriptions, etc. about your change of address so you don't miss any important bills, notice, and delivery. You also want to notify the postal office to submit mail forwarding requests. If you plan to remodel, paint, or install new flooring, it's often easier to have it done before you bring in all your belongings. You may also want to have the house professionally cleaned before moving in. Don't forget about the items you need like toothbrush, towels, bed sheets to make it through the first night in your new home. Designate some boxes with Open Me First labels. Finally, create a list of all the restaurants you want to try and places you want to visit around your newly purchased home. Having a to explore list keeps everyone's spirits high and gives you a starting point to settle into a neighborhood. Studies show that moving can lead to feelings of loneliness and depression. However, there are ways to combat these negative effects. Here are a few strategies to help you and your family get settled in your new place. If you have children, start by unpacking their rooms first. Seeing familiar items will help ease their transition and establish a safe zone where they can hang out away from the chaos of moving day. If possible, let them have a say in how their room is decorated. Pets can also get overwhelmed by a new, unfamiliar space. Let them adjust to a single room first, which should include their favorite toys, treats. Once they see it comfortable, you can gradually introduce them to other rooms in the home. Don't forget to take care of yourself too. Try to schedule breaks to get out the house and investigate your new area. If you travel by foot or bicycle, you'll gain the mood-boosting advantage of fresh air and exercise. You can combat the feelings of isolation by making an effort to meet people in your new community. Find a local interest Take a class, join a place of worship, or volunteer for a cause. Don't wait for friends to come knocking on your door. Instead, go out and find them. To that end, make an effort to introduce yourself to your new neighbors, invite them over for coffee or dinner, and offer assistance when they need it. Once you develop friendship and a support system within your new neighborhood, it will truly start to feel like home. While moving is never easy, these steps offer an action plan to get you started on your new venture. With a little preparation and the right team of professionals to assist you, it is possible to have a positive relocation experience. We specialize in assisting home buyers and sellers with a seamless and less stressful relocation. Give us a call or message us to schedule a free, no-obligation consultation. I look forward to seeing you then. Thinking about relocating to the Bay Area? Well, I got just the thing for you. I'm actually taking the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research, and I have linked it down below. From top employers to the best hospitals, the top rated schools, and a boatload of other things that you need to know before you make the move. The best part of this guide is 100% free. That's right, you heard it. It's 100% free. Hope that helps.